Hello everyone and welcome back to Snowrunner. On today's episode we're going to be running out to the oil drilling place. We're going to be working on a mission called Not a Drill, and we're going to be delivering 2 metal planks out here to the drilling site. We are on Black River in Michigan, and this is a little bit of a hike. You got to go around, go across the bridge, and you got to go all the way down through the mud across the river to the drilling area. And we got to do that twice because we got to deliver 2 metal planks. I could probably do a trailer or something like that if I wanted to, but what the hell. We're just going to make 2 runs. I can recover after the first one, so it will not be an issue. It won't take very long. We are in our Tega right now, so we are going to be moving with a purpose. This truck is pretty quick. It's pretty awesome, and I love it. It is still stock. I haven't done anything to it as far as upgrades yet because I don't have any upgrades for it yet. But it is an awesome truck just the way it comes. Now this exhaust coming out the top is a little bit annoying. So when I go back to the garage, if I remember, I'll switch it back to the lower exhaust where it's coming from the bottom, because that won't be as bad. I got to figure out where I'm going because I took a wrong turn already. Alright. I'm not very good at navigating. We have established that multiple times in this series of videos, but I just figured I would reiterate that once again, that I am not the world's greatest navigator, so I will have to be checking the map, and I will take several wrong turns. So feel free to laugh, point your finger and snicker and all that kind of stuff. I have absolutely no problem with that, and I fully deserve it because I can't find my way around a map. I've watched some people on YouTube that make SnowRunner videos that will literally look at their map once and then drive across 2 or 3 maps. It's unbelievable. I mean, they'll just drive for 20, 30 minutes and take all these different turns and go all this way and that way, and they only looked at their map once in the very beginning. That blows my mind. I can't tell you how impressive that is. That is awesome, man. I can't even get close to that. Now, once I've driven on a map long enough, I'll kind of know my way around it. But even when I know my way around it, I kind of, every once in a while, got to take a little peek and just make sure I'm still going the right way. But some people can just roll with it, man. They look at it once and they're gone. And that is badass. Oh, nope, I managed to avoid it. I thought I was going to hit that telephone pole. I thought I was toast for sure. Now, really all it would have done is a little bit of engine damage, which isn't a big deal because I'll be going back to the garage after I deliver this set anyway, so I would be fully repaired, but you still don't want to crash if you don't have to crash. Now, I have not set the markers every couple feet on this delivery. I've set them at junction points, and that's pretty much it. Just the bare minimum. So that's one way you can tell that I'm starting to learn the map, is when I have such a long distance in between marks. Because that kind of lets you know that, okay, I kind of know where I'm going a little bit better. I mean, they're not super far apart, don't get me wrong, because the next one's right here. But they're not as close as they were in the beginning. And there might even be some missions where I don't even really set the markers at all, because I actually know where I'm going. That might even happen one day. If that ever happens, then you should be very pleased with me. I'll be very pleased with myself. I'll be happy as hell. I love the way this looks with the headlights. It is beautiful. I'll switch it back to morning here in a little bit if it starts to get too dark, but I just really enjoy the headlights on this game. I love the way it brings out the oranges and stuff. It's just so pretty. This game is a beautiful game. It is so well done. Just as far as the art goes on it, you know, it's beautiful. And to me, that is a big thing. You know, that's important. I mean, yes, you want really good playability. You want it to be fun. You want it to work properly, obviously. But another big thing for me is how the art looks. I mean, if it's a beautiful game to play, then I'm going to enjoy it that much more. There's another game that I play that's a hunting game that is like this. It's gorgeous. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. It's right there and I just can't think of it. I'll let you know later if I think of what it was. But it's a beautiful, beautiful game. It's got multiple different places you can go hunt. You can go hunt for all kinds of different animals. And so it's really an awesome, awesome game. I haven't made any videos for it because I'm pretty far along in my game. And I don't really want to start a new game. And with the hunting game, it's one of those things where I might sit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, waiting for a deer to come up or a bear or something like that, whatever I'm hunting at the time, and then shoot it. And I might have to track that damn thing for 2 hours to find it. Because it'll take off running if you don't make a great kill shot. Even if you do make a kill shot, it still runs a little bit. But if you don't have a perfect shot on it, and you don't hit a vital organ, it's going to live for a long time, so you got to track that thing. And it might take a tremendous amount of time to track it. So I just don't think it would make very good videos. But it might. I mean, I guess I could always edit it, cut a bunch of it together. We'll see. We're almost up here to the drilling site now. With the first set of pipes, or metal planks rather. They look like pipes. They don't look like planks, they look like pipes. But that went very well. It was pretty quick. There was no issues at all. This Tega is a beast. I really like it. Go ahead and switch it to morning so you guys can see a little bit better, and so I can see a little bit better going across these bridges. Or bridge. I thought there was two here. I guess there's only one. I haven't been on Michigan for a while. I've been playing in Alaska and Russia a lot. And I figured I'd come back here to Michigan and get a couple missions done here. And it's been a while. That Russia is no joke, man. That place is nasty. But I had to go to Russia to get this Tega. I think I got this in Russia. It's hard to remember because it all kind of runs together, you know. I play so many. And when I'm skipping around a lot like this, where I'm going to Russia and then to Alaska, then to Michigan and back, and I kind of get a little mixed up sometimes. But I think I got the Tega in Russia. I'm pretty sure I did. All right, we're going to recover this back to the garage. And we are going to go ahead and swap this exhaust out to the stock exhaust, which is down lower. So that way I don't have to deal with that damn black smoke in my face where I can't see. Now we're going to roll over to the town and grab another load of the planks, and then we will run those over to the site, and this will be a done deal. This Taiga makes short work of these missions, man. When I first started this game, it took forever to get to town. When I had the Paystar, and then I have the Azaz still. But the Azaz is so damn slow that it just takes a long time to get across the map. But this Taiga books it, man. Look how fast this thing goes. So you get where you're going in a hurry. So that makes something like this, where I have to run two separate things, it makes it a lot easier. Whereas before, that would be a thing where it's like, I better grab a trailer or something, because shoot, it's going to take me half hour, 45 minutes to get there and back. Well, now it's literally 10 minutes and I've already done half of it. So this will end up being like a 20-minute mission, you know, or a couple minutes over 20 minutes probably. And that'll be it. For hell with the Azaz, I couldn't even got to town in 20 minutes. So I'm really, really pleased with the Taiga. I like this truck. I like the speed, I like the capability, it's just awesome. Now there might be people that are further along in this game than I am, who are going to say, yeah, the Taiga was okay, but you should try this or that or the other thing. I've heard about the Voron, I've heard about all kinds of other trucks that are just phenomenal. There's something called, like, I think it was the White Western Star or something like that somebody was talking about, that is supposed to be unbelievable too. And I'm sure that when I get to that point, I will agree with you. But for right now, I am definitely a fanboy of this Taiga. This thing is beautiful. I love it. I don't know if it's necessarily the capability of the truck as much as it is just the speed of it, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good that it's capable. I don't like getting stuck. So this thing can get where it's going without getting stuck a whole bunch. That's awesome. But just the speed of it is such a huge difference from that Azaz. It just really, really makes me happy. We are already across the bridge and town is just up here. So we'll be picking up another set of the metal planks and running it back to the drilling site. I tried to pull this log here that's in this water. Remember one of the first episodes I did, I said that I'd like to try to pull that out? Well, I did. I spent some time off camera trying to actually pull that thing out of the way. I hooked my winch to it and I tried to drive away with it, and no matter what I did, I couldn't move it. It is kind of stuck there. And not stuck there like you could pull it out stuck there, but like stuck there like it's supposed to be there. And there's no way to remove it. That's what I think. Because it didn't budge, man. It wasn't going anywhere. So I finally gave up after, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of trying to get it pulled out of there. Finally, I was just like, you know what? This is not going to happen. So I might as well stop wasting time with it. This thing seems to turn better than the Azaz as well, I think. Because usually I would run into those dumpsters or get really close to running into those dumpsters, but I didn't have no issues this time. And then I run right into the damn building. Okay, but that was not the truck. That was operator error. I will own up to that. I forgot to turn the wheel back. Alright, we are going to go back across the bridge, same little track we did before, and deliver this second set of pipes, and then that will be mission done. Barring some crazy freak accident, we are going to have this one completed, and we are going to get the experience and the money and all that stuff and be that much closer to finishing the game. I have a feeling that these missions here in Michigan are going to go very quickly now that I have a much better vehicle. I don't think it's going to be very difficult to finish this entire state up. Now I say that, but I haven't been to all the different locations in Michigan yet. So it could get much, much worse for me. I've been to the dam, that map. I've been to Island Lake. But I think there's one more in Michigan. I don't recall right off the top of my head what it's called. I want to say Drummond Island, but I don't know if that's right. So I haven't been to every single map yet in Michigan. I've only been to one or two in Alaska and a couple in Russia. Now by the time you watch this video, I'm sure I've been to a lot more. Because I am in your past. This is not happening as you're watching it. It's not even happening probably within a day or two of when you're watching it. There might have already been several updates to this game. There might be whole new maps that I don't know about yet at this point. There might be changes to the steering to where it's more like other games where it'll kind of go back to straight for you. The way it is now, if you turn the wheel, it stays turned that way until you turn it again. So if you forget, you crash into stuff. Most driving games automatically center the wheels for you when you let go of it, so that you don't have that problem of swerving off the road as much. So they might have changed that at this point in time. Who knows what they've done? See, I play a whole lot of different games, and I spend a lot of time playing video games, so I record a lot. But the problem is all of these recordings have to be edited and different things cut out of them and gotten ready to go on the channel. And I don't do that. Future James does that, who is also me, but is me in the future, so you're not confused. And Future James, who knows what the hell that guy's going to do. He might put out one video a day, he might put out 6 videos a day, who knows? It depends on how many he gets done and edited and all that kind of stuff. For me, it's easy. I just play video games for multiple hours a night and record them and jibber jabber off at the mouth as I'm doing it without a care in the world. And then Future James has to watch all this, and he has to listen to me talk and decide what is worthy of getting in the video and what's not worthy of getting in the video. If you're hearing this, that means he decided that you could hear it. Now, he may either have decided that because he thought that it was worthwhile to hear, or he might have decided that just to make me look stupid. You never know. There's a friendly rivalry going between me and Future James sometimes. I know that sounds insane because we're the same person, just different times. But that's okay, it doesn't have to make sense. Just remember what I am and what I do. I am a horror author. I write books for a living. I tell stories for a living. I am a professional storyteller. So it's okay if I use my imagination. It's okay if I don't make a whole lot of sense sometimes. I'm not supposed to. I'm the guy that gives you nightmares. I'm the guy that tells you amazing stories that you can't wait to read the next page. So it should come as absolutely no surprise to you that I do not make a ton of sense sometimes. And that's okay because I'm a creative person. And creative people sometimes are a little nuts. Now, I don't think I'm nuts, but some people might argue that point. And I don't think I'm going to put up much of a fight with them. They can kind of think whatever the hell they want. I really don't mind. Either way, it doesn't bother me. Because I got a pretty sweet gig. I get to tell stories for a living. I do a radio show, which I absolutely love, where I talk about paranormal and horror and stuff like that, and have a hell of a good time doing it. And I play video games all day. That's my life. I don't really have to go out in the hot sun and dig ditches or do any of those other kind of manual labor, hard-ass jobs that I've done in my past. So I consider myself extraordinarily blessed. So I'm not going to complain. Now, I didn't always live this way. I grew up incredibly poor. I came up as a military brat who honestly didn't have a whole lot of money in the beginning, because when Dad first entered the service, we don't come from money. We come from the mountains. You know, we're hillbillies, man. So there wasn't a whole lot of money to go around, and there was days where you're just grateful that you get 3 squares, you know. And then once I moved out on my own, once I became an adult, I mean, there was a good amount of time there where if I didn't hunt and fish, I didn't eat. That's how I fed myself. So believe me, I don't come from money. I'm not one of these people that are all snotty and think I'm better than anybody else. I'm not. I'm a good old boy from the mountains of Virginia who God blessed with an incredible gift. And I have found a way to make a living with that gift, which is a true blessing and is an unbelievable thing. So this is mission done. I didn't even really have to pay attention, honestly, as I was doing this. I was just kind of talking to you and not really even paying attention where I was going, but it worked out wonderfully. We got that mission finished and done. Very cool. So I think that that's going to be all I do, most likely, for this episode. Because I'm looking at some of these other missions that I could do, but I got to go to different maps and all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm kind of looking and seeing where it goes, but it might be something I do next episode. But if you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And I just appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you. And I will see you on the next episode. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.